Hello everyone, this is William Armstrong. OBS wasn't working correctly. It was causing some problems. Something was maxing out my computer's CPU at 100%, so I had to kill OBS out and restart it. So let me just open up the window. Done. Okay, I'm doing an Instagram scammer catch. Like basically messing with this person. This person wants photos of me, but I don't know why. And let me show you their Instagram page while I'm at it. OBS needs to stop being an idiot and work better because it's getting a pain in my butt to have OBS to seriously act up. I'm going to add a new source and change that capture to something else. Maps.exe shouldn't be open in the background, but it is. I'm trying to do a dual overlay of Opera, the web browser, but I can't get it because it's being so pain in the ridiculous to do this. Turn off client area. Let me close out that. That does leave the Hangouts window open. Let me just do this anyway. Cannot send messages in Hangout. Hangout is just being silly again. Let me just open Hangouts again. Hold on, well, let me just switch it so I don't show my main email address. Hold on. Temporarily disable that. I'm using I created a secondary Gmail and I'm using my personal one for different things. And this is why I don't like OBS, because it sometimes acts silly and doesn't want to do what I want it to do. It makes me want to just not use OBS anymore. And no, I don't have a PS4, so I can't stream from a PS4. I can't, because I don't have one, which is quite embarrassing. Properties, if you can hear me well, just simply say it. Done. Okay, I'm using Opera, which it's based off of Chromium, which is kind of like Google Chrome, but in a less invasive way. Okay, hold on. The person wants me to send pics. I don't know what kind of pictures. You see participants. That's not like that person there. Everybody's in the chat. Okay, there. I've got the window capture. It's difficult because OBS wants to be so stupid and not do what I want it to do. Okay, now we're back. Hi, TZVE, and please do not scold me if I abbreviate your name. It's not allowed on my channel. Doing so will result in a consequence. All I'm trying to do is expose an Instagram scammer that wants me to send pictures, but I don't know what kind of pics it wants me to send. I don't know who's behind the profile, so I'm going to automatically jump to my Instagram and capture a picture. The person's waiting. I want to save as. That's a web page complete. I don't want that. The person wants me to send a pic. I don't know what pics it wants me to send. So I'm gonna have to just find out what happens. Okay, it's telling me to try that. I want to cancel that. I'm having a bit of a backfire trying to do everything here without any possible problems. So let me just draw to capture the image of me. Now I'm going to minimize. I'm going to save. I took a screenshot of myself, so I'm going to attach and send. There, I did that to see how this person's reacts. I'm aware scammers exist on the internet, but that's just, I am aware of that type of thing, but I'm willing to mess with scammers just for the heck of it to see how they behave and react. Earlier in the conversation, this is what the person was asking me a little too early on. I'm already aware of romance scams and things like that, but I'm in the middle of busting a scammer by recording proof and trying to expose them out. Yes, I can say your name, but I chose to abbreviate it as TZBE. I chose to abbreviate it rather than not rather say your full name lengthy. I decided to shorten it. I'm ready to close the stream out or window out. If this person sends any X-rated pictures, I'm ready to black it out at any given moment, like black out what you can see, like hit the hide source button, just in case if something horribly goes wrong. I'm actually doing scammer captures instead of trying to focus on gaming more due to because of experience. Content ID claims with playing video games with licensed music in them. I have done at least experience it 3 different times. So that's why I'm not doing video games much anymore. And I'm using the TZBE as a shorthand version of your YouTube name instead of trying to say the full lengthy name. I decided to try something different. Like, be different, do more. Starting in 2021, I, William Armstrong, will do more and be different. As in, I'll take chances. On a side note, I've had more scammers again dial my Google Voice number, and I'll play that on stream through the speakerphone of my Google Voice number. It gets flooded with spam calls quite a lot, so I'm going to play one. It came in at 12:36 p.m. Monday.
If you have received the refund from us already, press 3 if you do not wish to get the refund from us. Press 4 if you want to be added in DNC list.
That's one voicemail of a PC tech support scam, like a refund scam. Here's another.
Received the refund from us already. Press 3 if you do not wish to get the refund from us. Press 4 if you want to be added in DNC list.
But when I call the number, this is what happens.
This phone number is being blocked. We received reports that this number was being spoofed as part of an attempted scam. If you received a call or email or text asking you to contact this number, it may have been an attempt to defraud you, as that call did not actually come from this number.
Yes, that's an example of scam spoofing directly. My Google Voice number is 706-395-5020. That number is actually not really tied to anybody through caller ID except through my Google account. Therefore, that number can be flooded with spam left and right and scammers. It's a honeypot for scammers.
This phone number is being blocked. We received reports that this number was being spoofed as part of an attempted scam.
Sorry
if you
about that.
received a call or email or text asking you to contact this number, it may have been an attempt to defraud you, as that call did not actually come from this number.
So calling that number's been blocked. I'm sorry I had it too close to the mic. Oops! Sorry about that. Back to the Instagram scammer. Didn't mean to distort the audio by having it that close to the iPad. Oops. Oops. Sorry. Let me just make sure the mic isn't so close to cause a lot of distortion and audio problems. Having it so close will distort the audio. All I'm doing really is trying to get scammers caught for their bad actions and bust them. But I'm going to say this, that's what's going to happen. The screen must have went blank. On my iPad, it basically must have blinked. I'm trying to figure out what this person wants. So I don't give a crap if trying to figure out what this person wants that's asking me to message them on Hangouts through Instagram, which I don't understand why they do have a habit of asking that. But that's just me. I want to get to the bottom of this, like play Sherlock Holmes detective to find out. So this is my Instagram profile. I'm going to jump back to the Hangouts. I'm going to jump back to... Hold on. So this is the particular Instagrammer here that I wanted to expose. Scott Mary 657. Let's see who's following a lot of people on here. Following 1,264 people. 3 posts. There's only 3 posts that are there. I want to show you why my Instagram profile is set to private and what the reasons are. Privacy and security. Let me just ensure my phone number isn't shown. Okay, I want to avoid showing phone numbers and anything personal. See, when I check private, it says when your account is private, only people you approve can see your photos and videos on Instagram. Your existing followers won't be affected. It's best to set your account to private, which is what I recommend for security. It prevents people from randomly following you. I did that for my security, where I can only approve who can follow me and block those who don't. This person's being a bit of a lazy scammer or a lazy, weak POS. Excuse my French, but a weak piece of shit. Excuse my French for that. Just because. Hi, Shadow L. Who are you? Hi, it's me, Rage. There's a bit of foul language as a warning, as I'm exposing a scammer on Instagram. I am alright, but there's going to be a bit of foul language. So, those who are young, turn the video off now because there's going to be a bit of profanity that may occur. Hold on, I didn't mute myself. Oh, and Robert Richards Jr., seriously, I I already know it's you. My voice is transmitting clearly. Hold on, let me verify I didn't mute myself. Long time no see, Robert Richards Jr. I don't know if you are still alive or not. Oh, and Robert Richards Jr., seriously, I am laughing because you appear in my YouTube live stream. This is the first time, long time no see. Mm. My my data connection through my phone to YouTube is slowed, so it's hard to tell what's going on. Oh, and Rob, could you please drop your YouTube link to your channel because you're very difficult to find. Ugh. Hold on, something else is said. Let me jump back to that. I'm basically having fun exposing a scammer. Long time no see, Robert Richards Okay. Okay. I'm trying to really reveal who's behind that fake Instagram profile. I'm trying to say that fake Instagram profiles appear to be as women with women pictures in their profile, but they're not real. I can spot a fake under like 0 seconds here. That photo at the right here looks like it's a woman, but it could be possibly stolen. It's a little hard to do. It's easy to do a reverse image search, but this is what it's going to go. Time to have some fun with it with this person. Save image as. We're going to download the image and run a reverse image search to see what is going on using 10i. I'm using Opera GX, a gaming browser. It is the very first browser developed by Opera Software. It is in Norway, but it's owned by a Chinese company. It doesn't bother me. I like the new Opera. I hate the old Opera Presto Engine 9.16 or 9.12. Like old versions of Opera that use that shitty Presto engine that I don't really like. Hold on. Let me find out what the image is at. Save image as. Pictures. Time to do a reverse image search. To verify if an image is stolen, it's best to do a reverse image search. That a search image can check to see if it is stolen, but not all search engines work. Let me just do a reverse image search. Reverse image search. So we're going to go to images. We're going to click on the camera icon. We're going to upload an image to run a reverse image search to see where that image is taken from. It's pretty much stolen because look, anyone can steal any image like this and use it for a fake profile or anyone else's picture. I mean, that's what that is. That's a possible suspicion. Let me scroll down. So I'm basically playing games with the scammer, like milking the scammer, like playing games with this. But, control. Hang on, let me just temporarily blank out the screen, temporarily do automatic blanking. I do live stream when I can based on how my health is, but I'm actually doing more better to stream. And I'm feeling tickled pink that my old friend from Oconee County, Rob Richards, somehow, some way. Sorry, I didn't want to talk to it because it bottoms up. It drops my mic to the rock bottom level. Remove. There is a car horn honking in the background. I can hear through my window if I be quiet. It's either that or this Instagram scammer has caught mercury poisoning or something because the scammer is just being dumb and lazy, making mistakes, and there's a bunch of errors you can try to spot. I'm going to see what happens. Okay, I got a WhatsApp business code. I'm gonna find out what's going on. The code is 315-008, related to WhatsApp. I'm trying to really get the scammer to leak sensitive information, find out who they really are. But they're using either TextNow or a strange texting app because they can't call their number. The number is 248-266-3207. And I managed to do something silly in gaming news. I called Electronic Arts Origin customer support. I asked them to disable entitlement to some of my Origin games I paid for through the Origin digital distribution service, and I managed to cause their tool to crash. You can call Origin, but call EA customer support directly, have them request a callback, or they call you when you initiate a callback with them. I managed to inadvertently have them enable my entitlement to the digital games I paid for in the Origin store, and I inadvertently caused a crash. I inadvertently caused a bit of a crash by requesting to re-enable my entitlement to some games on Origin. I previously have them revoke my digital entitlement license to. It basically like it crashed their tool on their end, so I got to call back after a few days to wait for their tool to get settled down, as I got a lot of games which can cause their tool to crash on their end. So I wonder what happens next. Robert Richards, you can type in chat. I added you as a moderator. Moderator, of course. Participants. It doesn't show who's participating. Subscriptions. I'm waiting for the person to see what to respond back, so that'll take some time. My mom's watching Family Feud in the background on TV in the living room. So let me point the camera towards me. Yes, the cellular network by T-Mobile and Sprint merging is a lot slower when combining so many people onto one particular network. It overcrowds the network and makes it run a little slower. Okay, response. I think the scammer plays a bit dumb on that note, just because it's like not it's just asking about relationships, kids, and marriage. But I really want to push this far to see where it's going. The scammer lazily is not being very upfront with me, so I'm in the middle of trying to punch back at this particular scammer. WhatsApp Business is only available on iPhone, so let me just try out it on my phone. I'm going to go ahead and try to coax this person into giving up what's their WhatsApp login, because obviously they're using WhatsApp for some strange, shady reasons. I do consider WhatsApp to be a shady app because it can be used to do shady shit, excuse my language, but scammers use WhatsApp to do all kinds of scams with this. And I'm going to crack to the bottom of this. My goal is to really get to the scammers' internals and reveal what makes them tick. That's what I'm trying to do here. Okay, I'm waiting for the other person to respond. After this, I will start up another stream for gaming, but I'm only going to catch a scammer in the act by stream capturing what they're typing. There are inconsistencies in this conversation with this person. Let's scroll back up to the top of the conversation. See, this is the inconsistencies. I'm trying to oust a scammer's location to see where they really are, if they're in Nigeria or something, because I have a problem with that. Because one, people that Nigeria is where most scams come from, not because the person's Nigerian, it's just where the country has most scams run rampant. That's my biggest complaint about Nigeria is scammers tend to scam people out of money, and it causes scammers in Nigeria to earn a profit off of a foreigner, when scamming really just makes you really look a bad person. but the scammer is so lazily slow at replying, it's not even funny. So time to do this. I'm trying to do a voice thing. I'm trying to make them click that link. It's a Grabify link. I am on to this person indeed because they're asking a crap ton of questions that don't make no sense. They're asking me questions that don't make sense, and they're randomly jumping about in the conversation so erratically, which is very uncomfortable. I'm doing this Scooby-Doo style. I'm trying to unmask who's behind this fake Instagram profile. I'm trying to auto-mask, like just take the mask and rip the mask off so quickly. I will do a gaming stream after an hour, but this, I'm trying to really figure out what this person wants. Hi, Smiley. I'm in the middle of trying to unmask a scammer. Make that an Instagram scammer. I'm trying to unmask. In the Hangouts window to my left is where you would find the scammer down below, like down below there, and I'm right here on the right. I've got to go talk to a man about a goat or go to the bathroom, but I'm trying to figure out what in the hell does this person want a serious relationship in the life, in that person's life. I am aware of romance scams that take place often. Let's do this. Let's Google romance scams. From the consumer.ftc.gov, here's romance scams. I'll let a video clip play. It's going to go to YouTube, but I don't want to do that. I'll read. Millions of people turn to online dating apps or social networking sites to meet someone, but instead of finding romance, many find a scammer trying to trick them into sending money. Read about the stories romance scammers make up and learn the #1 tip for avoiding a romance scam. So I'll continue to read that. In 2019, people reported losing $201 million to romance scams. People reported losing more money to the romance scams in the past 2 years than to any other fraud report to the Federal Trade Commission, known as FTC. Romance scammers create fake profiles on dating sites and apps or contact their targets through popular social media sites like Instagram, Facebook, or Google Hangouts. Red flag, ding, ding, ding. That's one right there just now happening. The scammers strike up a relationship with their targets to build their trust, and sometimes talking or chatting several times a day. Then they make up a story and ask for money. The lies romance scammers tell. They'll often say that they're living or traveling outside of the United States. We've heard about the scammers who say they are working on an oil rig, in the military, a doctor, the internal organization. We've heard about romance scammers asking their targets for money to pay for a plane ticket or other travel expenses, pay for surgery or other medical expenses, pay customers or customs fees to retrieve something, pay out gambling debts, pay for visa or other official travel documents. Scammers ask people to pay by wiring money, one, two, reload cards like MoneyPack or gift cards from vendors like Amazon, Google Play, iTunes, or Steam. Scammers will ask you to pay by wiring money with reload cards or with gift cards because they can get cash quickly and remain anonymous. They also know that transactions are almost impossible to reverse. Scammers use tricks like this to avoid detection and avoid getting caught. So basically, I'm trying to butter up a scammer and backflip the stunt on this person because there's no way of knowing if it's a he or a she behind the fake profile. How to avoid losing money to a romance scammer. Here's the bottom line. Never send money or gifts to a sweetheart that you haven't met in person. If you suspect a romance scam, stop communicating with the person immediately. 1. Talk to someone you trust and pay attention if your friends or family say they're concerned about your new love interest. 2. 3. Do a search for the type of job the person is to see if other people have heard similar stories. For example, you could do a search for oil rig scammer or U.S. Army scammer. You can also browse the comments on our blog posts about romance scams to hear other people's stories. Faking it. Scammers trick to steal your heart and money. Has an online love interest and ask you for money. Romance scams will cost you. Do a reverse image search of the person's profile picture to see if it's associated with another name or with details that don't match up. Those are signs of a scam. How to report a romance scam. If you paid a romance scam with a gift card, contact the company that issued the card right away. Tell them you paid a scammer with the gift card and ask them if they can refund your money. If you think it's a scam, report it to the FTC at ftc.gov/complaint. Note: this URL will only work in the U.S. Notify the website or app where you met the scammer too. This is a PSA of scammers and how to avoid them, about what you should never do. Period. Slow down and talk to someone you trust. Don't let a scammer rush you. Which is 1. 2. Never transfer money from your bank account, buy gift cards, or wire money to online love interest. You won't get it back. 3. Contact your bank right away if you think you sent money to a scammer. Report your experience to the online dating site, Federal Trade Commission, ftc.gov/complaint, US link only, Federal Bureau of Investigation, ic3.gov. It's basically what online dating scams are. Romance type of people butter you up. That's what that is. My goal is to expose scammers. Really, that's what I'm doing right now on the stream. My next stream will go back to gaming, but I'm taking a stream intermission intervention, and I gotta go talk to a man about a ghost. Ouch. Oops. I'm back. I had to heat up a bowl of rice because it got cold. And now I gotta use the bathroom. Ah. I'm back. Yes, most of my streams are relaxed and calm. Sometimes there may be inappropriate language, swearing, or profanity in some cases, so might be depending on the video game I play. So if you're young, turn the stream off now instead. In the future, I will do, if I did a child-friendly stream, the consequences is that the YouTube chat will be disabled, comments will be disabled, and the ability to save a video to playlist or download a video will be disabled. It'll just completely be disabled if I enable the video is set for kids. So therefore, doing that will turn the live chat out. We'll just disable this. Turning the setting that the video is not made for kids on will enable chat, but turning it off will block chat and comments in its purity. This person wants me to send an address, and I will do an address generator. So I'm going to spoof an address, enable spoof. I'm going to do a spoofing. Time to spoof. Obviously, when it comes to scammers, I wouldn't really recommend giving away your real information. I wouldn't. I would automatically hide your personal information behind a fake one to give to scammers, because scammers will do anything with your real address. Therefore, it is best to do spoofing to avoid giving scammers real information. And that's what I'm doing here. Therefore, I'm not giving away my real address and personal information. I'm actually faking it just for safety and security to trick a scammer. This is fake, by the way. This is not a real address. It's fake. I'm using a fake address generator rather than putting in my real details. So I'm going to spoof information. I'm going to go into some kind of spoof. This will be fun. The window hangs. My CPU is hitting the 100% range. It's kind of hanging out at that amount. The window goes, hangs. Let me close that window and reopen it. Let me go back to the Google Hangouts. I'm using Opera GX, which has a RAM limiter, CPU limiter built in, bandwidth limiter built in. I'm using those settings to avoid causing a strain while streaming. Hang on.